Yes. Right. The second my controller runs out of battery, I'm leaving. I really cannot be asked to do this. Let me check. Gets off here. It's raining in the race. I could just race, I guess. It's better than me fucking commentating this shit. What? Well, I'm now, but I might not. I might just leave and come back so I can race. This would be so boring to commentate 6 people. It's only good when you have people that are like a similar speed, but like everyone in this field is a different speed, pretty much. John on the track, the first time he's been a McLaren driver in his career, of course outside the Red Bull family, as he has been since season 10 when he joined. Can you not see me in the fucking session you're on? I'm not racing, am I? And Drags being the Sigma he is still in the pit lane. Run for here, going around the lap. This could end up being the most peak race. I mean, we had a GT7 race that was good with 6 people. What's to say that this race is going to suck ass? What we'll see here is the first round to start a lap will be Bonfo, heading out the final corner now, using the ERS down the straight. Heading into turn 1. We do going into the first corner now. Nicely committed. Got a little bit unsettled before he got on the power there, but still a decent first corner. John also heads through turn 1 now, using more of the curve than Bonfo did. Also going for the first sector of 15.9. What's John looking at as he goes into the first sector split now? 16.1, which is even 2 tenths slower than Bonfo in the first sector, so big difference already. Bonfo looking pretty quick here in the session. Very clean first corner. Throws the car and goes in a bit deeper, wide of the apex there. And the Haas goes through the middle sector now through the long right-hander for the second sector split. What's it going to be here? Once again, going a bit wide of the apex, braking too late. But still, scores probably for now 45.0 is the benchmark. What is John going to manage here? See that? He is half a second down on Bonfo. Felix, what's he managing here? He's 9 tenths off. Bonfo's on a great lap here. Considering he's gone wide of the apex a few times on this lap, he's still one of the quickest drivers. Gets a 1 minute 4.5. That's a good start for him. Good benchmark. John continues. Felix has stopped before the end of his lap. I think he backed out. It's like Hubert coming through the final 2 corners now as John does a 1 minute 5.4. 9 tenths off the fastest time for now. Hubert comes out the final corner now in the McLaren. What's he going to manage? Heading down to the first corner, he gets a 1 minute 5.2 ahead of John. And Felix gets across the line. He's going to do a 16.7 because he did back out of his lap. Jan goes second fastest with a 1 minute 4.546, only 16 thousandths behind Bonfo. So Bonfo is currently on provisional pole with Jan in P2. 2 drivers to look out for in this season, both of which have gotten much better since they joined the league. And could very well get their first career podiums or even wins this upcoming season. I'd hope to see that at some point. They're in P3 as well, looking pretty decent. Drake's on his outlap now. He's currently going through turn 3. Felix, I'm sure, will go into another lap. I think he's on a lap now, actually. Yeah, I suppose they fucked up the first corner. They would have gone quickest otherwise. We'll see there. And I think Felix is either going to finish his lap or he's going to pit. Let's see which way he goes. I think he is on a lap, actually. Yeah, he is. Goes a little bit wide. Very committed for the last 2 corners. Looks like a decent lap for Felix. What's he going to put him? P3 with a 1 minute 4.8 purple last sector as well on my screen. 4 tenths quicker than Hubert in P5 or P4, I should say. It's Haas 1 and 3 at the moment. Shades of season 7 and season 6, 6, 7. Where is Dan Maurice? He was going to join. He could make this race interesting. I wish there were more people who wanted to race. Dylan's online. The other Dylan, the original Dylan. Yeah, Lodfo is doing a great job so far. I didn't even know if my stream was working. Let's find out. Funny if it wasn't. Felix currently driving around. He's on his first lap. Drives on his first lap session, heads through the final corner now and does, what did he get? So 1 minute, 6.7, not bad, 6.7. Bonford that continues on. Felix using the same livery. They got that nice special livery in the Haas at the moment. They've got several to choose from. Dragster bring the yellow flag to as he slows down his in lap. Maybe it's just a cool down lap. It doesn't look like he has low fuel yet. Bonford on out lap. On and out lap. He's the first driver to come back out to do a second run. Is he on fresh tyres? Let's have a look. He is indeed. Going on to a lap now, already using a fair amount of battery before the lap even started. Through the first corner, what's it going to look like this time? Brakes a bit later, gets in the power a bit quicker, I'd say. We'll see what the Delta says when he comes up towards the end of the first sector. Slightly down on his first attempt, brakes way too late into the hairpin, that's going to ruin his lap. He's going to back out, maybe try again. I reckon those tyres are good enough to continue doing another lap there. So he only did about 1 corner's worth there. So John, meanwhile, on a lap now as well. Looking to get himself back in the fight. We've seen him have good qualifying sessions here at Austria before. But we've also seen him struggle in the past as well. So he's already a tenth and a half up almost in the first sector alone. Very committed through turn 3. Nice exit as well. Looking like a good lap. He's going to get a tow as well from the Haas driver. Is that Felix? Giving him a tow as Hubert goes into the gravel on his outlap. See how side goes John, continuing on his lap. Not using the special livery this time is John. He's just going to use the default McLaren livery. Not using all of the track on the exit, but still pretty clean. More importantly, you're consistent through this lap. Very gradual turning there. On the exit of the corner now. His purple middle sector is almost 7/10 up. This is a great lap from John. As it stands, would in fact go almost quicker. Let's have a look what his last sector is looking like compared to Bonfo. It should get him on the front row, I reckon, at least, maybe even for provisional pole. Let's have a look out the final corner now. Very committed. I see rain is forecast. I think that's why drivers are going into laps now. And John does go quick, so 1 minute 4.3. Puts him quickest by 2/10 over Bonfo. And the rain is coming down. I see it. It's raining, so this is the only chance these guys will have to go for a lap. As meanwhile, Hubert might actually impede Bonfo here. He started a lap right behind him. John retires from the session with a crash down there. But Bonfo retired. Oh, big spin there for Felix, and that's going to be it. He's got damage on the front wing. He's in the wall, and this could be the end of the session for these guys. Oh, look at that, really struggling in the rain. Is Hubert there? And he is pulling over. I think he's had enough. Jan insists it's doable in the rain. Let's have a look. Already DRS has been disabled. I want to watch Jan's... Oh, and he kills himself. Yeah, okay. And Jan... he's out of the session, big crowd, and that's it. So qualifying ends with John on pole position. That was essential. A bank lap that was nowhere near as good as his end lap. The session, 1 minute 4.3, puts him on pole position for this 6-car race here. And Dan won't even fucking join because he's an idiot. Who the fuck plays Hitster with their family? It's probably a card game he's playing with his family. Okay. Bit random. Tim Impala is a solo artist. Yeah, that's one. Don't know who that is, but you know. If that rate in the race, because that's just really fucking boring. Okay, so we have 6 people now for a fucking 50% race at Austria. In fairness, there could be some nice midfield fights. John on pole position, his first ever pole in NPL F1 of any spot, any situation. So it does not count. This is a preseason race. I mean, it's about as impressive as when I got used to get pole in fucking season 6 or something when I was like 4 people every race. It is raining actually right now. I saw a rain particle effect on the screen. It might not be raining, I don't know. Here we go, 5 laps from the drivers. It's last time where we go. We have 2 McLarens, 2 Haas's, Red Bull and a Sauber on the start of the race. Very good start for Jan on the outside. Can he get past Bonfo to the first corner? Bonfo's going to send it down the inside of John. There's contact with the leaders. Around goes Bonfo already in the first corner. And he goes from second place to last in the first turn alone. John, there it is. It leads from Jan in second. And now in third place is his teammate Hubert. John's teammate, that is. And through the first sector now, continuing on. Jan is the only one on the medium tyres to start this race. It is raining. There's rain, I can see. I don't know what the weather forecast says, but there is currently a little bit of rain on the track, which is going to make this race very interesting for these guys. But actually, that gives Jan an advantage, because now the medium tyres will have more grip than the hards in these conditions. So Jan should be in a position to get the lead of this race off of John pretty quickly here. Oh, he made a big mistake. Brakes way too late. Oh, Jan has damage on the front wing, and that's going to cost him there. He's going to have to try and brake early to compensate. John was lucky to get away with that first corner unscathed after getting dive bombed by Bonfire. To be honest, that was his own fault. I can't lie. He's got big damage on the front wing. There's Bonfire there on the right-hand side of the car. Felix there right behind Drags for P4, and is losing a lot of time to the cars in front because of this. But it's going to be a battle for P4 between Felix and Drags now. This reminds me of Season 10 between these two. Oh, onto the grass. That was a bit odd there from Drags. Just drove Felix off the track pretty much. Oh, and Felix hits the back of him, and that could be damaged. I don't think it is. He got away with that somehow. It really is starting to rain a bit more now. And Jan there chasing down John for the first position in the race. And, can he get P1 on lap 2 here out of 25? It is a 35% race, I believe. And not a 50% race, thank God. Is Jan going to send it down the inside of John? Quite managed to do so. He thought about it. And already, ooh. Yeah, shut up, Jan. Anyway. Jan continuing on. His chase for John in P1. And the front left. I mean, actually, Hubert's in the lead fight now. He's actually closed into the leading cars quite nicely here. He's still within DRS range of Jan. He was struggling with that damage. John also struggling in the wet conditions, it seems. Maybe he is just pacing himself, trying to save tyres where he can. Ooh, John, Jan's pitting. Jan's had enough of this damage. He wants to pit already. Is he going to go into intermediate tyres? I think that could be an interesting strategy there. Will Jan pit for inters is the question. DRS, I don't believe, is enabled. It's not. Jan is changing the wing and he's going for intermediate tyres. This could be a big, bold move here from Jan. Anyone else going to pit now? Bonfo is pitting at the moment. Is he going to come onto the intermediate tyres? Felix is on inters too. In fact, Felix got ahead of Jan. Felix obviously didn't have to change the front wing, is now ahead of Jan, who did. And Bonfo as well, double stacking down there, changing the wing and getting inters. That's going to cost him a huge amount of time in this race. Drags though, 3.8 seconds behind Hubert, continues on his way in P3 now on those hard tyres. We need to see how much time they gain on the cars in front. And as it stands, it looks like the inters should be quicker at this stage. Felix goes in a bit deep, struggling on the exit of the corner, but actually I still think it is a lot quicker to use the intermediate tyres. We'll see how much he gains. Will John stay out another lap or will he come in this lap? The traction control really struggling to get on the power there. Look how much Felix is gaining through just these corners alone. Because the track is completely wet now. Both McLarens, they're going to have to double stack. No, John's staying out. And John's going to stay out. Interesting. I think he's trying to make the race more interesting, I can't lie. But yeah, nevertheless. What? Oh wait, oh god, I was going to say. Never mind. Man, fuck the controller thing. I'm using my headset. So Hubert comes out now into the middle of the track. What is that? And Hubert gets ahead of Felix, but John continues on. And Jan is now chasing down Felix for P4 on the track now in this race. Looking pretty interesting so far. Intermediate seems to be the best tyre to be on. Hubert there continuing on. chasing down. This could be a chance for Hubert to win his first F1 race in any stretch. All the drivers in this race are yet to win in a preseason race. Of course, Dan won the preseason race at Jeddah earlier today. And also, I won both races last season, and then season 11 we did one race at Austria, which Fabian won, and this is Austria once again. Like in season 12, it's a great preseason track to do because it's good for racing. Jan here chasing down Felix, who's really struggling in the wet here. We've seen this in the past from Felix, but he's doing a good job defending so far against Jan. And Drags now pits, and John once again stays out on those hard tyres. An interesting strategy from John. Is he just trying to wait till the rain goes away? Maybe that's the strategy. I don't see why else he would do this, to be honest. The car just has no traction. Let's look at Hubert in comparison. Yeah, Hubert had massive luck up into the hairpin, but he still got the car stopped. Look how much more quickly the car gets on the power. He gained about a second on John in that one corner alone. And Jan, meanwhile, is right behind Felix here. Goes to the outside line. It's side by side between the two of them. Heading into turn 4. Ooh, that was aggressive from Felix. Squeezing Jan around the outside of the corner. Can he make the move stick on the outside? What is this camera angle, man? Alright, Felix still manages to fend him off. And all while this is happening, Felix is still gaining on Hubert as well. So this net race lead could genuinely become very close between these guys. I think John may have to cut his losses and pit this lap. We'll see. Jan, though, right behind Felix. Meanwhile, Drags is right on the back of Bonfo now. He seems to have gone past him now. I think Drags just pitted once again on this previous lap. Wasn't the best idea to stay out on the hard tyres in these conditions, but he's still right behind Bonfo in P5. He was really struggling in the wet conditions, 13 seconds off Jan, who, as I may add, is right behind Felix. Into the first corner now, to the outside he goes. Felix chops the nose at front, stays ahead. Off the corner comes Jan now, chasing him down, trying what he can to make moves in this race. Heading to the first corner, what's it going to be for Jan? Can he go for a move on the inside? Oh, he almost went off the corner. That would have been really bad. Meanwhile, John, who stayed out, has now let his teammate go past and into the lead of the race. And that means Hubert is leading here at Austria. Felix, meanwhile, locking up going into the right-hander. Still fending off Jan behind, but has John now in front to worry about, who I'm sure is going to slow down these guys in a bid to help his teammate out in front. He does indeed push Felix off the track on the outside. There can Felix go around the outside of John. It's going to be very close. He does have the track to show this Jan. Jan might actually get out 2 cars in one corner here if he can get a good exit. No, he can't. Not just that yet he manages, but on the outside he is now. Can he go for a switchback maybe? Thought about it but couldn't make it. But now Hubert has a huge lead over these cars. 3.5 seconds the gap. And Jan putting a lot of pressure here on Felix at the moment. John, though, still resilient. Stays out on those hard tyres. I don't know why. Oh, he almost spun. Meanwhile, Jan there goes past Felix and they almost crash down the straight. Is Felix going to send it back on Jan now? To the outside he goes. Battle for P2 looking very interesting. Almost contact. But Jan does get the car stopped behind Felix, who slams the throttle off the corner. And this is going to give him a good exit now. They're both deploying battery down the straight. Meanwhile, Drag's still trying to stay close to Bonfo, who is still losing time to the cars in front. Not the best drive in the wet conditions today. But, pretty well. Felix and Jan are both closing in on Hubert. Very interesting. Who's laughing? That's what I was doing. I was checking if the fucking stream was working. Oh, wow. Felix almost spun out then. Jan will now be on his tail. Right behind him now, heading into the penultimate corner. Down into the first corner now, can Felix... And now Jan continues on. Meanwhile, Bonfo is going to get up to John very soon. Here comes Jan once again now and Felix for P2. This is costing them time. Oh, he's pushing him down the straight.
but Jan still remains the driver in front. Here comes Bonfer now on John. I don't know what John's doing. Is he going to defend against Bonfer? I don't know. He's just living his best life. Oh, and Bonfer on the outside of John, side by side off the corner on the intermediate tyres, should go past, and he does. Fly by John on the exit of the corner, who has no answer for that. Hubert was losing time to Felix and Jan behind, but now he's actually keeping that gap pretty level here at the moment. I think Felix and Jan should work together to try and close in on him, but at this rate, neither of them are. Jan does look like the quicker driver for now, but it's pretty even between them. Interesting podium we're seeing at the moment. Of course, we have Felix, who got his first and only career podium to date in Qatar season 11. A great race that was. Hubert and Jan are yet to score a podium in F1. They have both got podiums in F2, but in fact Hubert won F2 on debut, most notably in Las Vegas, and Jan also having 2 podiums last season in F2, season 3 at Austria, and I believe it was Qatar was the other one. Nevertheless, heading down the back straight. They're gaining huge amounts of time on Hubert now. This is what we want to see. It's a closer lead fight. In fact, Felix has gained about 0.8 of a second. Make that 9 on Hubert on this lap alone. He's really trying his best to close in the gap on Hubert now. I think he may have made a mistake or something. Felix trying his best to close the gap now on Hubert out in front. Still though, it's pretty close. Jan though is right behind him on the gravel as he comes off the corner now. And now the gap for the race lead is only 2 seconds now, with just a handful of laps remaining. We have 16 laps to go when they cross the line this time by. Here they come down the straight. It was 3 seconds last lap, so it's getting closer up front. Jan had a good exit once again, right behind Felix. Is it enough to make go for move into turn 3? Let's have a look. They're both going to be working together, I'm sure, to close the gap on Hubert in front. Try not to lock up as Felix, who slams that car on the brakes. Continuing on now, John still hasn't pitted yet, and now he gets 3 seconds. An interesting race by John, just locked in on those hard tyres. I think John's just trying to get to the end of the race on the hards, maybe. I don't know what John's strategy is, I'm kind of confused. Suicide. Jan. Right behind Felix. Meanwhile, Felix has actually closed the gap down once again by another 0.3 on this lap to Hubert out in front. So this is getting real close now. Hubert's got to start picking up the pace here if he wants to win this race. Because that gap is slowly but surely coming down between the top 3. And this race is getting very interesting. And I wouldn't be surprised if they battle hard enough that eventually Bonfer could get back in that fight and so too could Drag. So it's not over yet today in this race. Jan is right behind him this time by. Is he going to go for a move on the outside of Felix? There's contact. Oh, wow, that could have been really bad. Maybe go to the inside where there's space. Jan. And he's still there. It goes to the outside line. This is going to cost him time in the fight for the race lead. And Felix does stay in front of Jan. There's no need for space in that situation, Jan. You're on ahead. But now, heading through turn 4, Felix continues his charge after Hubert as best he can. I think it's very plausible that with Felix dragging along Jan, he could still close the gap to Hubert out in front. He's still driving a very good race today, but is it enough to hold on for that race win? He's starting to pull away the gap once again now. Another personal best middle sector for Felix, according to the Delta anyway. And Jan once again closing the gap on Felix as best he can. Bonfer has lost even more time now to the race leaders, and so has Drags. Why'd you not pit for Inters? Damn. Did it say that on the forecast before the race? I don't blame you. There might be a safety car at some point. You never know. With 6 people. Given the way Jan and Felix have been racing, if a safety car came out right now, I would not be surprised. Hubert has a really good exit out of turn 4 every single lap, but Felix tends to close back in again. Can Felix get close to Hubert enough to make a move on him here for the race lead? He has brought that gap down another 10th or so. Oh, big slide for Felix there as he gets on the traction. Hubert there, enjoying the traction control he has. Keeps the gap around 2 seconds to Felix behind. I think he's saving his tyres better than Felix is. He's having to push to keep Jan behind and to close in on him, Hubert in front. So Felix driving a stressful race here. He can see the target in front of him, but he is the target for Jan behind, who once again down the straight closes in on him. Oh, he struggled on the curb there. That's going to cost him a lot of time now. I think Felix is too locked in to talk about tyre wear at the moment. And Felix still continues on his way, trying to chase down Hubert out in front. Felix is pretty good in the wet conditions, it has to be said. We've seen it in the past. And he's trying anything he can to close the gap on Hubert out in front. Oh, the car really is not complying. There's contact with Jan. Oh, Jan has front wing damage now. That's not good for them, and they're side by side now for position. And this is what Hubert wants, is that these two to battle each other. Oh, John crashes again like he did in Season 12. Red flag! Red flag is exactly what Jan would have wanted. And this completely changes this race. I see that glitch there was on F124 with Rattly Bones when the car just starts spazzing out when the fucking wheel comes off. But I don't know. And Hubert's race comes undone after defending for so long, is now going to have to defend even more from direct cars behind him. He has a whole pack of cars. It might be dry now, and John's out of the race, so this could be a very interesting end to this race. This is going to have a really good... Oh, yeah. So, we have Bonfo, Felix, Hubert and Jan all battling for the lead with drags as well. This could be a very nice end to this race. We could see dry conditions till the end, or maybe it will be wet still. We'll have to find out soon. The red flag, I think, came at the right time for the dry conditions to come about in this race. So, medium tire used. The game is broken on the graphic. It says these are used meters. Oh, Jan! Jan had a terrible start. Here comes Bonfo. Here comes Drags on the outside, making it 3 wide. Felix sends it down the inside! Oh, he tries to make a move on Hubert. That was a very aggressive send. How the fuck did they not crash? That was the same thing as the first lap with John and Felix, but it was the other guys. Dan, you can't still join. This is the race now. Oh, Drags sends it down the inside and pushes Felix off the track. It's 4 wide for the lead for a second. Hubert's wing comes off, and Drags now pushing Felix off to the left side. There's contact again. He hits him into the wall. And Drags taking out Felix in that restart. Drags not happy with him on this restart here, but damage to Hubert's car. This could give Jan encouragement in this race to get past him. Bonfire once again has front wing damage, just like he did in the first restart. Or the first start, I should say. Drags could very well get the podium here. He could even win the race if these top two crash into each other. I wouldn't be surprised. Bonfire pits. And Jan versus Hubert will now continue on. DRS has been enabled, which is exactly what Jan wants to hear. This could be Jan's best chance of winning a race today. The top 3 all winless in NPL F1. I mean, the whole field is besides John, but John's out of the race now. Here comes Jan to the outside of Hubert. Can Hubert defend? I think he just about got DRS there. Gets a really good exit though, does Jan. Off the corner though, Hubert should be right on his tail. Heading down into turn 4. He's got the slipstream. He goes to the right hand side of the track. Can he make a move on the inside? He does make it stick. I think there's no chance for a switch back there for Jan unless he has better, more downforce because of the front wing damage that Hubert has. Meanwhile, the drag's back in DRS range. Dan, you can't join because you fucking... Dan says guys crash. What do you mean? We're not just going to do a restart just for you, Dan. But Hubert there still fending off Jan and P2. Can he go for the move into this final sector? Jan is looking very quick here on these medium tyres. Drag's not quite in DRS. Oh, he is in DRS range, but is going to lose time through those last two corners anyway. What do you mean it's not Season 3 anymore? Dan, what you on about? Alright, yeah, no, it's not Season 3 anymore, Dan, I'm sorry. It hasn't been for a while. Unfortunately, Dan, you waited way too fucking long to join. Yes. It's lap 17 out of 25, you joined a little bit late. And Hubert continues. I mean, that's a pretty. The joke tells itself, really. Oh, yeah, what a move down the inside of Hubert in the middle sector. And now the battle continues on between these two for the race then. Yeah. You wouldn't get it, Dan, you had to be there. Here comes Hubert though, still using unsaving battery where he can. Hubert doing a good job with the battery usage in this race, I've noticed. Can he get past Jan to the outside, not using any battery? He does go past. Well, Jan is headed back down the inside. He will have DRS heading down the next straight. Hubert sends it off the corner. Can he stay in front though with the DRS? Bonfo gets the fastest up of the race now, 21 seconds behind the race lead. Jan and Hubert still side by side. But Jan on the inside, can he get a switchback? Can Hubert go down the inside on the exit of the corner? No, he can't. It's so close between the top two here. Inseparable on the track. And Drag's just falling away a little bit now from the race leaders. And Hubert's damage really starting to make a difference now at this stage. Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah, flags are out. Is that Bonfo? Or is that Felix? He's slowing down. Not sure what he's doing, but there you go. Maybe he's probably waiting for Drags, to be honest. Here comes Hubert now, chasing down Jan to the first corner in a 5-car battle. Well, 5 cars are left in the race. It's not really a 5-car battle because everyone fucking died on the restart, but here comes Hubert now on Jan. Still, I don't think he's close enough to make a move on him yet. Hubert though being very persistent here in the battle for the race lead. Their flags are out for Felix. I have a feeling Felix is looking for Drags. Let's watch Drags' perspective of this. Oh, he was going after Drags. And Felix now will chase him down. This could make the race interesting if we see a safety car. Oh, big accident for Felix. He's out of the race. That could be a safety car. It is. And that fucked Drags over because he now has 10 seconds and he has to serve that and change his wing. But Drags survives the onslaught from Felix. Bonford will be back in the fight now as well. It's a win-win for Haas, I guess. Hubert now can change the front wing and get back in this lead fight. Hubert set the wing to change yes on the wing. Yeah, no. Don't be mad just because you joined fucking 5 hours late. Bro's too busy playing Hitstar. John's wheel did that thing that CBs did in season 10 at Monza where the car just started like having a seizure. It was very unfortunate. Oh, Hubert didn't change the wing, man, for fuck's sake. I literally said before we went into the pet entry, change the wing. I mean, it is almost guaranteed, but Bonford got ahead of Drags. This could be Bonford's chance to win the race now, getting back in this fight. Hopefully he doesn't get damaged this time for the 3rd restart in a row. Yeah, and you've been leading the race for the whole, like, last 5 laps. I forgot. Jan leads then from Hubert second, and now Bonfo behind that, and then Drag in P4. Hopefully we'll restart quickly and not in fucking 5 years. It's giving shades of season 6 where we used to have fuck all people. I guess. I mean, I didn't see what's wrong with it. Jan, that should be bad for your tyre wear, yes. Pretty fine, as Jan says. Leading the way, 6 tenths ahead of Hubert, who will win this race one way or another. I'm rooting for Hubert. Bonfo in P3. If he doesn't kills me, says Jan. We'll come in this lap, I'm sure. We have Bonfo and Drags now on this tail in this fight. Drags warming up the tyres. The driver who's been here since season 10, driven for Sauber since season 11. Oh, he hit the back of Bonfo there. No penalty for Drags as of yet. Oh no, Drags just drove straight into Bonfo. Yeah, and I think Drags just drove into him. I can't lie, that wasn't even Bonfo's fault. But is he looking? Not yet. Watch my stream, Dan. You'll get commentary and you'll get to watch what's going on. I bet Bonfo can win this race from P3. Skip the Vettel fan 69 says Bonfo better win. I think he will. So Jan and Hubert, will they fumble this win on the restart? Is Jan going already? I don't think he is. He's thought about it. And he goes probably into the last corner. He's going to go now. As I expected, he probably could have seen that coming, but nevertheless, good restart for Jan. Hubert behind. And Drags there right behind Bonfo. And why did the camera angles in this game are genuinely dog shit? I wish that this is why I didn't use the onboard I only use the onboard cameras down because generally the offboard sucks. Oh, Drags contact, big damage on the front of that car as he races with Bonfo. And Drags does send it down the inside, but that's fine for Bonfo because he'll just go back past. And Bonfo there chasing down Hubert in front. Will Drags try and kill Bonfo in front? Let's find out. Yep, he will. He will take him out, and that's Bonfo's chances of winning relinquished. And drive through now for Drags. Bonfo looking to kill Hiveshank. Don't know why you're not here. And Drags is dead. Is Drags even in the voice chat? Oh, okay. Wait, hold on. VSC? I didn't realise there was a VSC. Right, now it's Jan versus Hubert for the win. Come on, Hubert. You can do this. Damn. Watch Jan get a drive through. I fucking called it. I told you. Jan, you fucking idiot, man. And Jan, as predicted, speeds under the VSC again. Oh my god, Jan. Learn your fucking lesson. You're literally worse than DJ Llama, Jan. I swear to god. You're allergic to winning. Hubert's gonna win his first F1 race in the preseason, which he'll join the likes of me, Dan, and Fabian for people who've won preseason races in NPL by winning here 1 minute 3.5, and the pole lap from this was 1 minute 4.3, so 8 tenths slower. Australia last season's pole time was like a 1 minute 50. What was it actually? I don't remember. Last season I did. You have before, yeah, you got season 12 pole, I think. And then I got season 13 and 11. I had 8 that season. Not tough. 8 poles and only 5 wins for me that season, and I got fucking 8 poles and 3 wins or 4 wins in season 13. So not a tough season for me. Yeah, that's not to the leader. That's the gap interval. I imagine that's what you're looking at. You were, and it's really easy not to. And Yonder, you have 11 wins then. I thought you had 10 wins. Yeah, Drags is the biggest terrorist in the league, and no one notices. By the way, Drags causes safety cars on purpose all the time. We never punish him for it. Can we please actually be consistent with our rules? No, but I have said it, but no one listens to me because no one wants to get dragged into trouble. And there goes Jan into the wall. Jan was gapping them because he doesn't give a fuck, and Hubert has nothing to push for. And Hubert now at the final corner will finish the race and win the Austria preseason race with only 2 fucking finishes. Bonfire will finish in P2. What a race. It wasn't as bad as you thought. There was a great battle for a second between Jan and who was it? Jan and Felix. Crazy race ends this event. Well, so we'll see you next week. I will not be able to commentate Bahrain in the first race, but I will for Austria.